Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Michael Heslop Review. Alright, so guys, today we're going to be talking about a very important program that is the farm work program basically. So a lot of farmers in Jamaica look forward to this program every year because it's a major way of them basically getting employment in Canada and an agricultural program basically. So last year I attended the farm work program. So basically I know the settings and basically what's going to be expected and the guidelines that you have to follow basically if you want to be a part of this program and if you want to enroll in this program as well. So I'm going to be giving you basically a listment of what to expect, the process of how to get on the farm work programs and the criteria basically. So I'm going to be listing those in the videos right now. All right. So the first thing first, the farm work program is an agricultural program where they basically take persons from Jamaica who are farmers to work overseas in the Canadian agricultural sector. That's the first thing first. So how do you get the farm work ticket basically? So the farm work ticket is basically given to two persons, um, two sectors of persons basically in Jamaica, your member of parliament and your councillor. The member of parliament, which is your MP basically, which is the person who is responsible for your particular constituency that you fall into, is given 20 farm work tickets. The councillor, which is the councillor for your particular division where you fall under, is given 5. So the MP gets 20 and the councillor gets 5 farm work tickets. So depending on where you fall in Jamaica, you would have to go to your member of parliament for your constituency, or you go to your councillor where you fall for your particular division. So I live in the Brandon Hill division. So if I'm going through the councillor, I would have to go to the councillor for the Brandon Hill division. If I'm going to the MP, I would have to go to the member of parliament, which is for the West Rural constituency area. So that's how the first formality of it goes. These are the two persons that basically can give you a farm work ticket and the amount that they actually have to give per year. So the farm work, once you get the farm work ticket, the next step is that your information will be sent to the Ministry of Labor. So the Ministry of Labor, basically, they are the government body that covers the labor market both for regional and international based jobs. So basically, if you're looking about a work permit or anything like that, you would have to go to the Ministry of Labor. Any importations of work or exportations of work is done through the Ministry of Labor. All right. So it's a joint partnership between the Ministry of Labor and the Ministry of Agriculture because it's a agricultural based work experience. Right. So once you basically send your form, or your member of parliament or councillor drops off your form at the Ministry of Labor, the next step is that you will be contacted by somebody from the Ministry of Labor just to verify the information that you have stated on the form. That includes your ID number, your TRN number, your NIS number, your marital status if you're married, how long have you been doing farming for, the kind of farming that you do, the area of land that you cultivate. So after your farmer ticket is submitted, you will get a call from somebody from the Ministry of Labor asking you to verify these information. Once that is done, you'll be called in to basically come to the Ministry of Labor office that's on North Street. I think it's North Street, somewhere downtown. I don't remember the exact street, but you'll be called to the Ministry of Labor to basically come in with a form that you basically will be filling out. And I think it was 2 passport size pictures that you'll be needing to bring as well. They will verify the information with you in person, and once that is submitted, then the next step is to come in for your interview. Now, the interview can be done at different particular areas depending on where you fall. When I was doing it, it was basically they called you to, I know it was down by Ocean Boulevard, and basically there was a it was basically persons from St. Andrew, St. Catherine, different areas. So basically different areas will be called in at different times, and you'll be batched, and then you go through the interview process. All right, so what do you need to bring when you're going to the interview process? Make sure that you bring a pen. That's very important. You'll be given a form to fill out where they're basically going to ask you certain informations just to verify again. And in the interview, what you are going to be expected to do basically is provide key details on why they should accept you on the program. So if you have a RADA ID, that is very, very important. If you are a farmer and you want to get on the farm work program, it is very, 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 very important that you have a RADA ID. To get your RADA ID, basically, all you need to do is get your RADA regional officer to come in to verify your farm, your farmland, and what do you farm also. And then you pay $500 and you basically take a picture up by the RADA office in Papine, and then you are given your RADA ID. That's an identification card that basically proves that you are a farmer. So anybody asks you, can you prove and verify that you're a farmer? You'd use your RADA ID. And that also assists you when you're going on the farmer program as well, because it actually gives them a proof that you are actually a farmer. So bring your RADA ID, bring your ID, your TRN, your NIS, all those documents will be needed. And then you basically will submit that. Once you submit that, once you bring that, along with you on the day, you would go to the formalities and so forth, the questions and so forth, and then they basically fill out the form, and then you'll be seated, and then you'll be called in. When you call in now on your interview, basically you will be asked to verify what do you farm, how long have you been doing it. They'll ask you some information about some of the things that you farm. So if you're a tomato farmer, they will ask you about tomatoes, peppers, onions, whatever you farm. They're going to ask you some key information basically that they expect you to know. Once you do that, basically they're going to ask you to do an eye exam, a quick eye exam basically, where you basically stand about 10 feet from a board, and you'll be asked to cover one of your eyes, different eyes basically. So you cover your right eye, your left eye, and you'll be asked to read